Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Having a good time so far? Nice to see all of you here. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of Agricultural Minister John McDonnell for the kickoff of Canadian Agricultural Safety Week in Nova Scotia. Now, my family isn't a farming family here in Nova Scotia. They're in the education field, but back in Australia where I grew up, we moved here when I was 8. My family was actually in the sheep business, and the shearing of sheep was a yearly occurrence that I enjoyed very much watching and taking part in actually as a child. So I understand the farm life quite a lot. Actually, my great-great-aunt, who had this sheep ranch in Australia, was attacked by a kangaroo one time that came into her yard, a 6-foot red kangaroo. And this little lady was in the laundry room and she was trying to shoo it off with a broom, and it attacked her. And the way kangaroos attack people or animals that they feel are like dogs that are chasing them is they'll lean back on their tail, grab it with their top paws, and then try and claw it to death with their really strong bottom feet. So she grabbed a hold of the kangaroo, and they bounced around the yard for a while, because she knew that it was going to try and get its feet into her. And she grabbed right a hold of it, hugged onto it, jumped around the yard a few times, and then finally pushed off and ran into the laundry room and got the door closed. So I saw her after that incident, and she had scratches and bruises, but she was alive. So I'll tell you, the farming life is not an easy one. Anyway, we don't have to worry about kangaroos here in Nova Scotia, thank God. But John McDonnell, my colleague, does regret that he couldn't be here today. But I want you to know that he is such a strong advocate for the safety of everyone working on farms in Nova Scotia. So this week, it's the beginning of yet another year-long campaign designed to get farmers thinking about their workplaces and the hazards that may exist for themselves and their employees. Agriculture workers use heavy machinery, as you know, and dangerous equipment on a daily basis. And so that's why workplace safety on farms is of paramount importance. Thousands of people spanning generations work in Nova Scotia's agriculture industry, and too many are injured every year. Last year, the Workmen's Compensation Board logged more than 160 agriculture-related industry injuries, close to 50 of those resulting in lost time, and of course, really more importantly, sometimes lives are lost. This paints a very small picture of the true amount of injuries that exist in this industry, as farms are not required to obtain coverage under WCB, but this gives you a little bit of an idea. By marking this week, we are helping to raise awareness about the need for better safety practices to prevent injuries and deaths in the agriculture sector and all workplaces across the province. So this year we're continuing to focus the campaign on farm health and safety plans, and we urge all farmers to have a written plan that identifies potential risks in their workplaces and strategies to mitigate them. This, we feel, is the best way that farmers can protect themselves, their employees, and their families who live on the farm. I'm very pleased that Nova Scotia is actually one of only 2 provinces hosting a farm safety forum this year, and obviously I'd like to see that grow right across the country. The skills and the insight that you will gain today about inspecting your farms for safety hazards will be a big help for developing or updating your farm safety plans, and hopefully we'll send a message right across the country about how important this really is. I'd like to acknowledge all of the organizations that help organize this week and promote farm safety all year round. And at the national level, we have the Canadian Federation of Agriculture, the Canadian Agricultural Safety Association, Canadian Farmers with Disabilities, Farm Credit Canada, Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, and provincially we have Farm Safety Nova Scotia, the Nova Scotia Federation of Agriculture, Nova Scotia Farmers with Disabilities, the Dalhousie Faculty of Agriculture, and the Women's Institutes of Nova Scotia. Of course, the Department of Agriculture is very involved in these efforts, along with the Department of Labor and Advanced Education with Minister Marilyn Moore. The sheer number of organizations that are focused on farm safety should be an indicator of how vitally important it is. We're all united here in the belief that one serious injury or death on a farm is one too many. Through the work of these national and provincial organizations, more farmers are creating a culture of safety in their workplace and leading by example, insisting that all work be done safely. So I encourage all Nova Scotia farmers to make sure that the farm environment is a healthy and safe place for everyone. So now it's my pleasure to read the proclamation for Agriculture Safety Week on behalf of Premier Darrell Dexter. Proclamation. Canadian Agricultural Safety Week. Whereas each year the Canadian Federation of Agriculture, the Canadian Agricultural Safety Association, and other partners organize an annual farm safety awareness campaign aimed at helping Canadian farm families improve the safety of the farm. And whereas the 2013 Agricultural Safety Week campaign encourages farmers to develop written health and safety plans, because by identifying risks on their operations and developing control strategies to mitigate those risks, farmers can protect themselves, their families, and workers from harm. And whereas Nova Scotia is one of 2 provinces hosting Farm Safe Forums this year with support from Farm Safety Nova Scotia, bringing together farmers and students for a special free education opportunity focusing on on-farm inspection training. Therefore, I, Lenore Zan, and Premier Darrell Dexter of Nova Scotia do hereby proclaim March 10th to the 16th, 2013 to be Canadian Agricultural Safety Week in the province of Nova Scotia. And Darrell Dexter has affixed his signature. So with that, I'll adieu. And be careful of those large rodents we call kangaroos in Australia. And enjoy your time here and all the very best. We really appreciate the work our farmers do for us here in Nova Scotia. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you very much.